Oh, hey.
Emily, how you doing?
I've read your review. Thank you. I thought it was very thoughtful.
Why, thank you, mate.
Yeah.
So I'm of a certain age, you know.
Yeah.
When I saw your film, I'm evoking Gremlins.
Yeah.
I'm evoking Yoda. I mean, the
Yeah.
Baby Ochi puppetry is masterful. So
Thanks.
when you hear that, is that a compliment, or do you want to not be, you know, associated with something from like 30 years ago?
What a sweet question, because, yeah, I hate it. It's like, I didn't come from a nostalgia place making this film, but of course, you know, when you're just trying to make your art, if it turns out that it's evoking that's what it will trigger in people. It's what's on the shelf in their mind is like the last time they saw a physical animatronic creature like this. And so I haven't actually seen Gremlins. I saw E.T. when I was 25, and it became my favorite film. But I saw that at the same time as I saw Paris, Texas, and, you know, There Will Be Blood. So it was, for me, E.T. was like, oh, this could have been a European art film. This is an incredible piece of art. This is what I want to be making, but it's not coming from I would like to recreate my childhood, you know. Like, I think when I was a kid, I watched, you know, I was into, like, Die Hard with a Vengeance. You know, that would have been what I was into, which is still a fucking phenomenal movie. But, yeah, I wasn't into, like, creature features really as a kid, yeah.
That's hilarious. So,
Yeah.
so Emily, right? You've got this like really badass character who's in like the Carpathian Mountains. You're dirty. You're climbing up hills all the time. Talk about getting into that character, because she's so unglamorous in a sense. Mm-hmm. She's also so real, and the only character that really understands who the Ochi are.
Yeah, I mean, that to me is just like, oh, I want to be there. The sense of this woman, you know, when you get off a script that this woman probably really smells quite bad. This is like, yeah, this is interesting. You know, and all the relationships she has are very dysfunctional, and yet she's a brilliant scientist and researcher, and, you know, and has pursued these creatures for much of her life. I just thought it was a really fresh, interesting, different, you know, and it was when I got there and I had a perm and the costumes, it was just, yes, time to play and be up a mountain. And, you know, we were sort of on the edge of a disaster quite a lot of the time, weren't we? It was sort of, everything felt
in every way
fragile.
possible, yeah.
It felt very fragile. And that's the best feeling in the world. It feels like you've just got to pull it out the bag and make it happen somehow in the middle of the night with you know, we're losing the moonlight kind of craziness.
So that scene where you first see Willem in his Carpathian armor, I thought was absolutely hilarious. It was so funny. So, you know, for both of you, give us a quick nugget about him on set, like something that's funny you remember, like an anecdote of him.
I mean, Willem's like, he's a force of nature. You just like need to create conditions for him to feel comfortable and get the hell out of the way, because he's a creature himself, and he has such command of his instrument, like it's kind of uncanny. Yeah, so I was very intimidated, but I never looked back on like the blessing of having one of the all-time greats, like, who also, you know, helped me write the film just by the Willem I could conjure in my mind, you know, helped me write this character. You know, I would never have written all these little micro beats of vulnerability and cuteness mixed with severity and aggression that are waffling between the two, this special thing that he has that nobody else has, you know. So had he not said yes upon reading the script, I don't know what I would have done, you know.
He can kind of land the tone of something so brilliantly, and has a sort of set of dials that can, you know, go in any and many directions. It's really quite something to watch. And wonderful to go into bat with him and to get to beat him up.
Yeah.
That was fabulous. I love it.
And I feel like he's also, there's this thing, he's actually kind of a natural born director. There was one scene where he's in the bedroom discovering this note that his daughter's left for him, and then the blood on the ground of this Ochi. And we only had like 40 minutes to shoot this scene, and we knew it needed about 12 shots to make it. And so the only way to get through it was like, he sort of co-directed the scene. He was just like, we should do this, you get here, I'll do that, go, go, go. It was like a really quick improvisation, and he was thinking about the setups with me, and it was like, oh, okay, this guy's a filmmaker, you know. We're long-winded, I'm sorry, Julie.
Great film.